Hi, in this session we will be discussing the solution of non-homogeneous linear ODE. We have already discussed the solution of homogeneous linear ODE. I hope you remember that. So we had discussed solution of y double dash plus a into y dash plus by is equal to 0. So solution of this type. So in now onwards we will have some function RHS. So such equations are called non-homogeneous equations. So your RHS will be a function of y, x will be of the form some r of x. For example, I will give an example. Here it will be like y double dash plus 2y dash plus 3y is equal to sin x. So we will be asked to solve equations of this type. Okay, so we will be solving non-homogeneous equation. Okay, so I hope all these things are clear. So basically we are trying to solve a second order linear differential equation here. Okay, so you know that in secondary order equation the solution will have two arbitrary constants. So we will be searching for solutions to this equation which contain two arbitrary constants. Okay, so before that, so I hope this you understand what do you mean by non-homogeneous equation once again. So a non-homogeneous equation is an equation of form this type. Okay, so that is the essential idea is that it will contain terms which contain only x or constants. Okay, so it will contain standalone terms involving independent variables. Okay, in a homogeneous equation, in every term there would be a dependent variable or its derivative there. Okay, there will be no term involving the independent variables alone or constants. Okay, but in a non-homogeneous equation, it will contain terms which contain only the independent variables also. Okay, for example, as I told you, y double dash plus 2y dash is equal to e raised to x. Okay, so there is a independent variable, there is a term involving the independent variable alone. Okay, so we will be focusing on non-homogeneous linear second order differential equations with constant coefficients. Okay, so the theory of this is basically linked with the theory of homogeneous equation itself, because we'll see as in a while why it's so. Okay, so we'll discuss it again. So as I told you, we are trying to find a solution of this equation. We are trying to find a general solution of this equation. Okay, and we know that the general solution should contain of a second order equation should contain two arbitrary constants. So we need a solution which contains two arbitrary constants. Okay, I hope it is clear. So how to find an arbitrary constants? Okay, the theory is not required for you, but still I will tell you how they are going to do it. Okay, so what I will do is that first of all I will try to find a particular solution to this equation. Okay, suppose yp is a particular solution to this equation. So what do you mean by that? So when I substitute yp is equal to, suppose yp is equal to some x square, when I substitute this x square into this equation, this will satisfy this equation. That's the idea. So when I substitute the value of yp is equal to x square into this equation, it will satisfy this equation. So that is meant by the particular solution. Okay, so a general solution would contain arbitrary constants. So I need a solution which is not particular, I need a solution which is general. So it should contain two arbitrary constants. So how to find that? So what I will do is that I will take the associated homogeneous equation of this equation. Okay, suppose we are being given an equation like this, I will write down the associated homogeneous equation. Okay, for example, suppose we are being asked to solve y double dash plus 3y plus 2 is equal to e raised to x. I will write down the associated homogeneous equation, which is simply y double dash plus 3y dash plus 2y is equal to, okay, so associated homogeneous equation which is simply y double dash plus 3y dash plus 2y is equal to 0, and then I'll solve that. I'll find the general solution of that one. Okay, that I can already find it out because we already have discussed this method earlier. Okay, so there are equal roots, if there are different distinct roots, if there are complex nodes, we know how to write the general solution. Okay, and in all those general solutions you already know that it contained two arbitrary constants c1 and c2. Okay, suppose lambda 1 comma lambda 2 were the solution of the characteristic equation, their solution will be c1 e raised to lambda 1x plus c2 e raised to lambda 2x. Okay, similarly if they were equal also, you know how to write the solution. So in any case it contains two arbitrary constants c1 and c2. Okay, so I'll call that solution as yh. Okay, so now if I consider this function yh plus yp, suppose I consider this function yh plus yp, and then I substitute this into our required equation. So I'll substitute this into our equation, that is y double dash plus ay dash plus by is equal to r of x. Let us see what happens. Suppose I am going to substitute this into this equation. Let us see what happens. Okay, before that be careful, yp is the solution of this equation itself, it's a particular solution, and yh is the solution of the corresponding homogeneous equation. Remember that these things. So when I substitute this into this equation, what will we get? So it will be, when I substitute it will be simply yh double dash plus yp double dash, right, plus a into again yh dash plus a into yp dash, okay, plus b into yh plus b into yp is equal to rx. Okay, and I'll take together terms involving yh, so it will be simply yh double dash plus a yh dash plus b yh plus you will have yp double dash plus a yp dash plus b yp Okay, and what is the value of this? You know that YH is the solution of the corresponding homogeneous equation. So this value of this would be simply 0 plus. Now you know that YP solution of it's a particular solution. So the value of this would be simply R of x. We are be getting the final answer as simply R of x. So that means YH plus YP is actually a solution to our equation. This derivation is not required for you, just you understand this concept. You just remember that YH plus YP is actually a solution to this equation, and the one more property is that it also contains two arbitrary constants because YH contains two arbitrary constants. So the general solution of this equation will be of the form Y is equal to YH plus YP. Okay, so the solution of this equation, this problem involving solution of this equation will have two steps. One step you will have to find YH, which is the solution of the associated homogeneous equation, and we will discuss now methods to find YP. Okay, we will discuss some methods to find YP now. So this is the general solution. So it will contain two steps. In the first step, find the solution of the corresponding homogeneous equation, plus in the second step, find the solution of the corresponding find the particular solution of the corresponding homogeneous equation. So this method to find the solution of the homogeneous equation, we will discuss it now. There are basically three methods are there. Okay, so three methods are called, one is called inverse operator method. It is not there in your syllabus, but it will be useful if you study it, because in your GATE examination it will be great help you to solve problems. So one is inverse operator method, another one is method of undetermined coefficients, and method of variation of parameters. Only these two methods we have to study. Okay, and one more thing, the method of undetermined coefficients is the easiest of all the methods, but it has limited applicability. It cannot be applied everywhere. Okay, only if your RHS is of some particular type you can apply that. Okay, it can't be applied everywhere, but inverse operator method and method of variation of parameters could be applied everywhere. Okay, so we'll study undetermined coefficients. It is the easiest of that, and also method of variation of parameters in this session. Okay, because we only have this in our syllabus. Okay. Okay, now we'll discuss the method of undetermined coefficients. So it's basically, as I told you, it is not applicable everywhere. Only for some certain type of functions it will be applicable. Okay, so it's basically like a guessing game. Okay, so it is more like a guessing game only. Okay, so suppose I'll give you an example. So we have to find a particular. So the idea here is to find the particular solution YP. Okay, suppose we have a equation like this: y double dash plus 2y dash plus 3y is equal to maybe 2 e raised to 2x. Okay, so you have a equation like this. Okay, so I need to find a particular solution. So the method of undetermined coefficient assumes that the particular solution is like RHS. So the particular solution is of the form like RHS. So it will assume that the particular solution will be of the form some a e raised to 2x. Okay, so this is the assumption, and then we will try to find the value of it. So that is the idea. Okay, so you look at RHS, write an equation of you will write a function like RHS, so that will be the solution. Okay, so then for that you need to find the value of a, which I will discuss now how to find the value of a, because that's the idea. Okay, one more example I give you. Suppose you are being asked to find the particular solution of y double dash plus 3y dash plus maybe 2y is equal to e raised to 5x. Okay, so according to our undetermined coefficients method, what I will do is that I will assume that the solution is the form y is equal to some a into e raised to 5x, and then I will try to find the value of a. So that is the method. Okay, so as I see that this will only be applicable for certain class of functions like e raised to 2x, sin x, cos x, etc. So it is not applicable to all functions, only from some particular class. Okay, and for e raised to ax it will work, and similarly it will also work for polynomials. For example, for RHS is like x square, then also it works. So if your RHS is like y double dash plus 2y dash plus y is equal to x square, so here it is a second degree polynomial in the RHS, which has just x square only. We'll assume that solution is of the form ax square plus bx plus c, and then you will try to find the value of a, b and c. Okay, so it will work for e raised to ax, it will work for polynomials. For suppose it was x cube, what will be the solution? You will have to write you should not write it simply as ax cube, you should write the general third degree equation. So it will be like the form ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Okay, so that is the assumption here. Okay, so we have also, I have discussed two functions here. For e raised to lambda x, it will be like a raised to lambda x. For maybe x raised to n, it will be like a into x raised to n plus b into x raised to n minus 1, etc. plus some constant. Okay, so that's the idea. Okay, similarly for sine, for example, for RHS is like the form 2 sine 2x, your assumption will be like a sine 2x plus b cos 2x. So this is the solution b cos 2x. So this is the assumption of the solution. Okay, so you can see that method of undetermined coefficient is like a guessing game. You are guessing that the solution, the particular solution is just like the RHS. Okay, so it will only work for a particular type of functions. All the functions have been, I have written a table here, so just glance through the table. So if it is of the form e raised to ax, you will assume that solution is of the form c e raised to ax, and similarly if it is of the form some k into x raised to n, you will write a general nth degree polynomial there, and if it is of the form k cos 2x, it will be like k cos 2x plus k sin 2x, like that it will go. And similarly one more thing is there, if it is of the form RHS is of the form e raised to 2x into cos 3x, we will assume that the solution will be of the form e raised to 2x into a cos 3x plus b sin 3x. So you have to remember this table. So it's very simple. If you know this, you can easily find out the answer. So it will only work for these type of equations, these type of functions. It will not work everywhere. Only for this particular class they will work. For general functions, we will have to always go for the inverse operator method or the method of variation of parameters. We will only have method of variation of parameters in our syllabus. Okay, we will only be studying that. Okay. So you will always have that. So method of variation of syllabus parameters only will be studying in our syllabus. Okay, so moving forward, so let's try to do some problem. Okay, so I hope you understand this. So our solution, just remember this, our solution will have y is equal to yh plus, so our solution will have two parts, y is equal to yh plus yp. Okay, y is equal to yh plus yp. Okay, and yh is the solution of the corresponding homogeneous equation, and yp is the solution of the particular solution. Okay, I already you know how to find yh, and yp I told you how to find it out using method of undetermined coefficients. It will only work for RHS having functions of these forms. Okay, for general form we will go for method of variation of parameters, which we will discuss in the next session. Okay, so we will only be discussing undetermined coefficient in this session. So let's do some problem here. Okay, so let's take a problem here. So it is y double dash plus 2y dash minus 3y is equal to 4 e raised to 2x. So let's try this problem. Okay, so one more thing. So it is y double dash, what is it, y double dash plus 2y dash minus 3y. Okay, plus 2y dash minus 3y is equal to 4 e raised to 2x. So that is the equation, right? Okay, this equation. Okay, so as I told you, the solution will have two steps. It is y is equal to yh plus yp. I hope this step is clear. Okay, in the first step I will find yh. Okay, how will I find yh? I will write the corresponding homogeneous equation, that is y double dash plus 2y dash minus 3y is equal to 0, and try to solve it. How will you solve it? You know how to solve it. You write the corresponding equation, that is lambda square plus 2 lambda minus 3 is equal to 0. Find roots of lambda. It is lambda plus 3 into lambda minus 1 is equal to 0. So we will have lambda is equal to minus 3 or lambda is equal to 1. So our solution will be of the form y is equal to c1 e raised to minus 3x plus c2 e raised to x. All this we have studied in our previous sessions. So you know how to solve that. Okay, so now you have found yh, your yhs. What is your yh? Your yh is simply c1 e raised to minus 3x plus c2 e raised to x. I hope this much is clear. Now the second step is you have to find yp. Okay, so listen carefully here. So what is yp? I look at RHS. RHS is 4 e raised to 2x. So assume that solution is of the form some a into e raised to 2x, and I will try to find this a. Okay, so I will assume that the solution is of the form, solution is just like our RHS. So I will assume the solution is of the form a e raised to 2x. I need to find the value of a. So for that I will substitute this a into this equation. Okay, so I will substitute this function into this equation. Okay, so for that what I have to do, I will substitute y is equal to a raised to 2x to find the value of a there. So for that I need to find the value of y dash and y double dash. Okay, so what is the value of y dash? Y dash is 2a raised to 2x, and y double dash is 4a e raised to 2x. Okay, substituting it, what will you get? When you substitute everything into this, what will I get? It's simply 4a e raised to 2x plus 2 into y dash is 2a raised to 2x minus 3a e raised to 2x is equal to 4 e raised to x is equal to, your RHS is simply 4 e raised to x. So when I combine everything, I'll get this 8 minus 3. So 5a e raised to 2x is equal to 4 e raised to x. Now I'll just compare both sides and look at the coefficients and then equate them. Okay, so both sides has coefficient both sides are of the term involving e raised to x with coefficients 5a and 4. So I'll write this as simply 5a is equal to 4, or the value of a is 4 by 5. So I'll get the value of a by simply comparing the coefficients on both sides. So the value of a is 4 by 5. Therefore, my particular solution is simply 4 by 5 e raised to 2x. Okay, so that means the general solution is c1 e raised to minus c1 e raised to minus 3x plus c2 e raised to x plus 4 by 5 e raised to 2x. So I hope it is clear what I have to do. One way is we have to find YH. To find YP, I'll assume that RHS is of the form, the YP is of the form of the RHS, so I'll write it as a general form. Okay, then I'll substitute this general form into the equation to find A by comparing the coefficients. So that is the idea here. Okay, so we'll do one more problem to understand it better. So let us try one more problem here. Okay, so look at this question here. Find the solution of y double dash minus 5y dash plus 6y is equal to minus 3 sin 2x. Okay, so let us write it down. Y double dash minus 5y dash plus 6y is equal to minus 3 sin 2x. Okay, is equal to minus 3 sin 2x. Okay, so as you know, a solution will contain two steps. Y is equal to YH plus YP. To find YH, what I have to do, I will write the corresponding homogeneous equation, that is y double dash minus 5y dash plus 6y is equal to 0, right? Then I will find a solution to that. You know the roots are 3 comma 2, so it will be simply YH will be simply c1 e raised to 3x plus c2 e raised to 2x. Okay, and similarly to find particular solution, your RHS is minus 3 sin 2x, so I'll assume that the solutions of the form A sin 2x plus B cos 2x. So I'll assume y is of this form. Okay, so your y dash would be, I have substituted that, so it will be simply 2 into A cos 2x plus minus 2b into sin 2x, and your y double dash would be minus 4a sin 2x minus 4b cos 2x. Substitute all this in the equation, that is simply y double dash minus 5y dash plus 6y is equal to minus 3. So I am going to substitute everything into this equation. So let us try to substitute everything to find the value of a and b by comparing the coefficients. So what will you get? So when I substitute, I will get y double dash is simply it is minus 4a sin 2x minus 4b minus 4a sin 2x minus 4b cos 2x minus 5 into y dash is 2a cos 2x minus 2b sin 2x, right? Okay, plus 6 into y is again a sin 2x plus b cos 2x. Okay, and then your RHS is minus 3 sin 2x. Your RHS is minus 3 sin 2x is equal to minus 3 sin 2x. So let us collect the terms here. So which all terms are coming in sin 2x? Your sin 2x contains, there is a factor of minus 4a there. So minus 4a is there again, and so plus 10b is coming, plus here 10b, so it will come 10b there, and similarly plus 6a is coming. Okay, similarly plus cos 2x. What are terms involving cos 2x here? There is a factor of minus 4b there. Okay, there is a factor of minus 4b there, and then there is a factor of minus 10a coming, and also you have 6b also. Okay, plus 6b. Okay, so that is your RHS is minus 3 sin 2x. Okay, so let's simplify this here. So your sin 2x will be, so it will be sin 2x into 2a plus 10b here. Okay, plus cos 2x into, what is coming here? It is 2b minus 10a, right? 2b minus 10a. I hope it is correct. Correct me if I am wrong. I hope it is correct. Okay, so I wrote this RHS also. Now I will compare both sides. What will I get? When I compare both sides, I will get that there is only sin 2x and RHS. So your 2a plus 10b should be equal to minus 3, and there is no cos 2x and RHS. So your 2b minus 10a would be 0. Okay, from that you can get your b will be equal to 5a. Okay, once your b is equal to 5a, I hope you can find the value of a from the first equation. So it is 2a plus b is 5a, so it will be 50a, right? B is 5a, so 50a is equal to minus 3. Therefore a is equal to, I think it is minus 3 by 52. Therefore your b would be equal to minus 15 by 52. I hope it is correct. Okay, so we'll just check it out. Yeah, correct. Okay, so your A is minus 3 by 52 and B is minus 15 by 52. So a solution will be, your particular solution will be of the form. So we had assumed the solution is A sin 2x plus B cos 2x. So it will be simply minus 3 by 52 sin 2x minus 15 by 52 cos 2x, right? Okay. Okay, so that is your yp. So your final solution would be y is equal to simply yh plus yp. Okay, so we can just add up them. So it is c1, I think it was c1, what was it? Yeah, c1 e raised to 3x plus, so it is y will be equal to c1 e raised to 3x plus c2 e raised to 2x minus your a was, I would think it was 3 by 52 sin 2x minus 15 by 52 cos 2x. Okay, so that is your solution. Okay, so that is there. Okay, so sometimes they can also give you one more condition. So they will also tell you for solve this and also find the values and also find solve the initial value problem like this, and they will tell you y of 0 is equal to 1, y dash of 0 is equal to 2. So that is that you can find once you have find the general solution, you can find it them after you find the solution. Okay, that also you can do. Okay, suppose you have already found a solution here, you substitute x is equal to 0 to find the value of c1 and c2 there. So if you are given y of 0 is equal to 1 and maybe y dash of 0 is equal to 2, you can just substitute it and find it. That also you can do. Okay, so I hope this method is clear to you. Okay, so we'll do more examples also. Okay, so let us do some other problems also, but here once again, suppose I'm considering this problem, y double dash plus 2y dash minus 3y is equal to 8 raised to x. Okay, so there are some complications also which can come when you do solve such problems. Some complications can also come. So let us discuss that also, and we'll have to find a resolution to that problems also. Okay, so one complication is this. Suppose you are going to solve this one. Okay, so as I discussed earlier, your solution will be of the form y is equal to yh plus yp, and your yh is y double dash plus 2y dash minus 3y is equal to 0. Okay, when you solve it, you will have to find lambda square plus 2 lambda minus 3 is equal to 0. So we will get that lambda is actually equal to minus 3 and 1. Okay, so your solution will be c1 e raised to minus 3x plus c2 e raised to x. Okay, and when you write, so that is your yh. So when you write your yp and when you substitute, so your RHS is 8 e raised to x. So I'll assume that my yp is of the form a e raised to x, and if I substitute it in this equation to find the value of a, what will happen? Okay, when you substitute it, what will I get? I'll get this as a e raised to x plus 2 a e raised to x minus 3 a e raised to x is equal to 8 e raised to x. So when you add up it, we'll get that 0 is equal to 8 e raised to x, which is not true. Okay, so you can see that there was some complication here because you couldn't find the value of a because that terms involving a became 0. Okay, so that's some complication. Why did that complication come? Just think it here. You can see that actually the complication arose because you can see that this e raised to x is actually a solution to the homogeneous equation. So no matter however you substitute it, you will always get at 0. Why? Because e raised to x is a solution to the homogeneous equation. So when you substitute it here, automatically your LHS will become 0. So you can't find the value of a there. So this solution cannot be of the form a e raised to x. So because it will become 0 once because it was actually a solution to the homogeneous equation there. Okay, so in that case what I will do is that in order to prevent it from going to 0, what I will do is that I will assume that suppose there is a fact e raised to x is a solution, I will just put an x here so that it doesn't become 0. Okay, so in cases where your RHS is actually a solution to the homogeneous equation, you will put a factor of x to prevent them from becoming 0. That's one idea. Okay, so or you can also think it like this. Suppose I had put your RHS as, suppose you have taken the solution as y is equal to c1 e raised to minus x plus c2 minus c1 e raised to minus 3x plus c2 e raised to x plus e raised to x here. So you can see that if you write a solution like this, I am writing it as simply yh plus yp. Okay, so if you write it like this, this is not a general solution type. Why? Because it is like actually it is like c1 e raised to minus 3x plus some constant k into e raised to x. There is no particular solution there. Okay, so in effect this will be absorbed here. So then you can also think it like that. So in order to prevent it from absorbing, what I will do is that I'll supply an x here. In order to prevent these two terms from combining, I'll supply an x there. That all in that way also you can think, just like a homogeneous equation. Okay, so in that case what I'll do, so if already there is a factor of e raised to x here, I'll take a factor of x there in the particular solution. So it will be x into e raised to x there. Okay, and this can also apply for higher roots also. But suppose your equation was like this. For example, it is y square minus 4y plus 4. Okay, 4y dash plus 4y is equal to 3 e raised to 2x. So when you write the solution here, your yh would be simply c1 e raised to 2x plus c2x e raised to 2x. Okay, so since your RHS is of the form minus just 3 e raised to x, you can assume that your yp will be of the form simply a e raised to 2x. But if I write a raised to x also, this complication will arise. When you substitute it, it will become 0. Okay, or when you write it here, it will be absorbed there into this one. Okay, so in order to prevent that from absorbing, I'll supply an x here. But already an x is there, so in order to prevent them from combining, I'll supply an x square here. So this is called the modification rule when your RHS is actually a solution to the corresponding homogeneous equation. So in such situations, you will apply the modification rule. You will supply an extra x in that situation. Okay, that is one idea. Okay, so let us do this problem like that. So I hope it is clear the complication involved. So just remember, suppose if your RHS is a solution of your particular general solution of your is a special case of the general solution of your associated homogeneous equation. You supply an x there to prevent it from combining, or if it's a double root, you supply an x square accordingly. Okay, so let us do this problem here. So I hope it is clear. So let us do this problem here. Y double dash plus 2y dash minus. So let us see how to do that. So it is y double dash plus 2y dash minus 3y is equal to 8 e raised to x here, and we already know that yh is equal to c1 e raised to minus 3x plus c2 e raised to x, and I'll assume that yp is of the form a e raised to x into x because already e raised to x is there. Okay, so that is my assumption. Okay, and now we need to find the value. The rest everything is just the same. I need to find the value of y, so I'll substitute it there. So I need to know what is y dash and y double dash. What is y dash? Y dash is simply a x e raised to x plus again a raised to x because of our product rule. Again y double dash is again a x e raised to x again plus a e raised to x plus again a e raised to x. So it will be a x e raised to x plus 2a e raised to x there. Okay, I hope it is clear. Okay, now we'll substitute everything there. So it will be a x e raised to x plus 2a e raised to x there plus 2 into a x e raised to x, okay, plus a into e raised to x minus 3 into a x e raised to x, okay, plus a e raised to x, okay, and assume that this is equal to 8 e raised to x. Now we'll try the coefficients there. So we'll be getting, so what are terms coming with ax e raised to x? So x e raised to x will have a is there, again plus 2a is there, again minus 3a is there. Okay, so a is there, plus 2a is there, minus 3 is there, plus e raised to x will be with which all terms? It will be 2a is there, again plus 2a is there, okay, and finally there is a minus 3 coming, minus 3a coming. This is equal to 8 e raised to x. You can see that this has become 0. This will be 0. So with the plus, you will have e raised to x into 4a plus a. So we will be getting a e raised to x is equal to 8 e raised to x. So we will get value of a as simply 8. Okay. So our particular solution is of the form simply 8 e raised to x. Okay. So you know your value of a is 8. So your particular solution will be of the form, your y was assumed to be ax e raised to x. So it will be simply 8x e raised to x. So yp is simply 8x e raised to x. So the general solution of the form y is equal to ax e raised to x plus 8 so your general solution of the form y is equal to c1 e raised to whatever it may be, y is c1 e raised to minus 3x plus c2 e raised to x plus 8x e raised to x. So that is your general solution. Okay, so I hope that is also clear. So that's one rule, that's called modification rule there. Okay, so yeah, I think we have made a mistake in our calculation. Just check it out. I think you are be getting the value of just as a is equal to 2 there. So maybe we would have I missed something there, just correct it. Okay, so idea is just the same, you just need to correct it there. Okay, so moving forward, one more rule is that suppose your RHS will contain two terms. Suppose your RHS will contain like e raised to 2x, so maybe 2 e raised to 2x plus 3 e raised to maybe 3x. So in that case you will apply the sum rule. So you will write the solution corresponding to this one and also this one also. That means for suppose your equation will be like this: y double dash minus maybe plus 5y dash plus 10y is equal to like this. I'll assume that yp is of the form c1 e raised to 2x plus c2 e raised to 3x, or a e raised to x plus b e raised to 3x, and then I will try to find the value of a b by substituting them. Okay, or in some other cases your RHS will be like maybe it will be like e raised to 2x plus x square. Okay, suppose it is like y double dash plus maybe 4y dash plus 4y is equal to this one. So you will assume that yp is of the form c1 e raised to 2x plus or a e raised to x plus, for every x square I'll write it as, I'll write the general second degree equation, so it will be bx square plus cx plus d. I'll try to find the value of a, b, c, d by substituting into the general equation and then try to find a solution. Okay, we will do that also now. So that is called the addition rule. So we have studied two rules here. Modification rule, when the modification rule is applied when your RHS is actually solution to the homogeneous equation, and addition rule is applied when, very simple thing, when you have two factors or two or three factors coming in your RHS. For each of the factor you will be supplying the corresponding form. Okay, so that is the modification rule. So let us do one problem related to that also. So here also another example I have taken here. So if you look at this question here, this is actually an application of modification rule here. So if you look at this equation, you can see that actually the homogeneous equation solution would be simply c1 e raised to 3x plus c2x e raised to 3x. Why is it so? Because your corresponding associated characteristic equation is lambda square minus 6 lambda plus 9 is equal to 0. From that you will get lambda is simply 3 comma 3. Okay, so your RHS is 5 e raised to 3x. You should assume that your RHS is of the form a x square e raised to 3x. Why? Because already x e raised to 3x, so you will assume that your RHS is of the form ax square e raised to 3x, and then you will substitute it into your equation. So when you substitute it in there, what will you get? You can substitute it here and you can apply the product rule and then find it out the value. Okay, some work is required, but idea is just the same. Okay, first you have to find y dash. First you have to find y dash. There y dash would be simply a into x square into 3 raised to 3x plus a into 2x into e raised to 3x. Okay, and your y double dash will be, again you will have to apply that rule there. So again you will have a into x square into 9 e raised to 3x plus a into 2x into 3 raised to 3x plus again a into 2 into a raised to 3x plus a into 2x into 3 raised. So we have to supply. So this is your y double dash, this is your y dash. Substitute everything into this equation, equate both sides and then find the value. So that is also just what calculation, everything is simple. Okay, so let us discuss an example of a sum rule here. So let's consider this problem here. Okay, so d square minus 9y is equal to x plus e raised to x minus sin 2x. So let us do that one. Okay, so I'll write it here. D square minus 9y is equal to x plus e raised to 2x, right, minus sin 2x. Okay, minus sin 2x. Okay, so so this is so first I'll write the final solution of the corresponding homogeneous equation d square minus 9y. So the value of that is actually I think y will be actually, the roots will be 3 comma 3, so it will be c1 e raised to 3x plus c2 x e raised to 3x. So that is your yh. Already we have found yh. You need to find yp. Okay, so how will you find yp? So yp, so since there are three terms are there, addition rule will be applied. So for each term you have to write. So for x it will be, it's a first degree polynomial, remember that. So I'll write just a into x plus b. Don't forget to write b, because I am writing a general polynomial of first degree. So this is a general polynomial of the first degree. Okay, plus c into e raised to 2x, right, minus again d into sin 2x minus e into cos 2x. Why is it so? For e raised to 2x, the form would be c e raised to x. For sin 2x, the form would be simply So if you want, you can write it as plus d sine 2x plus e. So because d and e are constants, no issues there. I'll just put d here, plus d there. Okay, no issues there. Okay, for sine 2x it will be simply a cos 2x plus b cos 2x. So I'll simply writing d sine 2x plus e cos 2x. So that is the method here. So this is your yp. Okay, so once you have assumed your yp. I hope it is clear. For each term you are writing the corresponding function. Okay, so once you are assumed this, you are just substitute it everywhere. Sorry, your equation is actually, so what is your equation is? Equation is actually d square minus 9. So I will write in this form. It is simply y double dash minus 9y is equal to what is it? It is x plus e raised to 2x minus sin x, right? Minus sin 2x. Okay. Okay, so we'll substitute everything into this equation. We are going to substitute it. So that you need y dash is required, y double dash is required. So let's try to find it out. Okay, so what is y dash? Y dash is simply y dash is simply a plus 2c raised to 2x plus 2d sine 2x minus 2e, so plus 2, so I'm sorry, plus 2d cos 2x, right? Plus 2d cos 2x minus 2e sin 2x there. Okay, and what is your yp double dash? Yp double dash is simply 4c e raised to 2x again minus 4t sin 2x minus 4e cos 2x. Okay, we'll substitute everything into this equation. So what will you get? We'll substitute it. I'll get in less. So just be careful. You can make mistakes there. 4c e raised to 2x minus 4d sin 2x minus 4e cos 2x. Okay, minus 9 into your y is simply, what is your y? Ax plus b plus c raised to 2x plus d sin 2x, okay, plus e cos 2x, and that will be actually equal to your RHS. Your RHS is x plus e raised to 2x minus sin 2x. So you can see that there is a many possibilities of making mistakes here. You just substitute and you have to pick up everything and find the value of everything. So let us try to find it out. There can be mistakes, so let us try to find it. So what all terms are coming with x here? So with x, which all terms are coming? So you can see that minus 9a is there, right? Minus 9a is there, which contains this x. So minus 9a, any other term involved makes no other term. So there is a minus 9a into x is there. Okay, and there is a constant term also, minus 9b coming up. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Okay, then with e raised to 2x, which all term are coming, plus with e raised to 2x, let us pick up the terms. So there is a 4c coming. Okay, then again there is a minus 9c coming there, and then again nothing else, so just 4c and minus 9c. Okay, and with sin 2x, which all terms are coming? With sin 2x, there is a minus 4d there, and here there is one minus 9d also coming, right? Minus 9d. Okay, minus 9d is also coming there. Okay, and similarly with sin cos 2x, which all terms are coming? With cos 2x, you will have a minus 4e is coming there, and here you have a minus 9e is also there. Okay, now this is equal to x plus e raised to 2x into minus sin 2x. Now we'll compare both sides. So with x you have minus 9a, so minus 9a will be equal to 1, therefore the value of a is equal to simply minus 1 by 9. Okay, there is no constant term on the RHS, so your b will be simply, your minus 9 will b will be 0, so your simply b will be 0, because there is no constant term on the RHS. Okay, so your a is minus 1 by 9, your b is 0, and with when you compare cos 2x terms, you have here it is minus 90 into sin 2x. So minus 90 into sin 2x is equal to, here it is minus sin 2x, so it's minus 1, so your d is simply 1 by 9. And similarly you have minus not 9, it's not 1 by 9, I'm sorry, it is minus 13d, right? Minus 13d is equal to minus 1, so it is simply, d is simply 1 by 9. See, some silly mistakes are coming up, so you have to be very careful. Okay, so be very careful. It's very simple idea only, but you have to be very careful when you pick the terms, because so many constants are coming out, so you have to be very careful there. Okay, and similarly you have minus 13e into cos 2x, but there is no cos terms here, so this minus 13e will be simply 0, so your a will be 0. Okay, so we have got your a as minus 1 by 9, your d as 1 by 13. So when you substitute it, your equation, so your solution will be of the form, your a as, a was, so your yp is 1 by 9 into x, right? Okay, so 1 by 9, is it 1 by 9? Oh, it's minus 1 by 9, so it's minus 1 by 9 into x. Your b was 0. Your c, what is your c there? C is term involving e raised to x, so there is 4c minus 9c there, so it is minus 5c. So minus 5c into e raised to x is equal to e raised to x. So the value of c is simply, I think it is, c is simply minus 1 by 5. Okay, so c will be simply minus 1 by 5. So we'll have minus 1 by 9x. Okay, then you have minus 1 by 5 e raised to 2x. Okay, and your d, value of d was 1 by 13, so plus 1 by 13 sin 2x. So value of d was 1 by 13, so it is simply plus 1 by 13 sin 2x. So this is the particular solution. So the general solution will be of the form y is equal to simply yh plus yp. Just substitute it. Okay, so let us verify, so just check it out. So yeah, that's correct. So minus 1 by 9 into x, minus 1 by 5 into e raised to minus 2x, minus 1 by 13 plus 1 by 32 sin 2x. So the general solution will be this one. Okay, so that's that. So it's very simple thing. You have to just pick it out everywhere and be careful. Okay, and additionally they can also give you some initial value conditions also. Suppose they can also tell you that y of 0 is equal to 1 or y dash of 0 is equal to 2. In that case, first you find this solution and then you substitute the value of y of 0 and y dash of 1. Okay, so I hope this is clear. The method of undetermined coefficients, only some particular type of functions are there. You have to just substitute it and then find solution. So these are always standard questions, but there is a possibility, as you see, even though the methods are very simple, as you can see, there are many possibilities of making mistakes, so you have to be very careful here. Okay, so here is an example of a question in which some rule is applied and also some initial conditions are given. The idea is just the same. For sin x, I will just put it as a sin x plus b cos x, and for x I will put it as cx plus d. You can see that here. So that is there. So that way also can do it. Okay, so that's also is there, and here are some problems for your practice. You can try them also. Okay, so that is the method of undetermined coefficients. I hope it is clear, and we will also do some problems in the live sessions, and also I will also put some problems in your Google form also. Okay, so we'll stop here. Okay, thank you all. Stay safe.